Tickle.
Tickle.
Okay, but I'm in the theme song there. I really got to cut that to make a shorter version. Uh, because it's what if things won't pop up in the way, 4 minutes long.
Really? I didn't know it was that long. Wow.
4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Remember, everyone, we will not be on Fridays for the next couple of months. For future notice. Uh,
Summer hours.
Summer hours.
Yeah.
Summer hours.
We'll go back to it. Two
Uh,
show format, I think.
yeah. Sorry. Gotta cut that down to nothing.
It is June 1st. I cannot believe it is.
June 1st.
Where's the
Yeah.
time going?
Yeah. Did you see what I posted this afternoon on your Joan of Arc thing on Facebook?
No.
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 I said that was because God didn't like her because she was a woman or French or something, or probably both.
Oh no. You don't dishonor Joan of Arc. You just should not go there. That's a line really with me that really should not cross. Honestly. Oh, you're awful.
Yeah, well, you just figuring it out.
Because she was see, her feast day was May 30th,
Yeah.
and the only thing that they got her on was being a relapsed heretic.
For wearing pants.
Her trial. Oh my God, her trial transcripts are quite something. And because she is out there with men, can you see somebody in a skirt riding side saddle going into war, building it's just absurd.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was an excuse for
some of the English churchmen, clergymen, I guess I should say, found some obscure thing in the Bible, which they probably made it up, about that it is an offense to God for a woman to dress in men's clothing.
Yes, that's.
I don't know if that's really in there.
I think that's in Leviticus or some shit. This is Old Testament crap.
Leviticus, there you go.
That's Old Testament crap, right?
Yeah, it's full of all kinds of stuff about being able to stone your children and your daughter. Anyway, so they said to her, "You have to wear women's clothes, and we will not give you the death penalty." Then
I'm sorry for getting her on a Spurg spiral.
So she signed it, and then later that evening, she was brutally raped by the guardsmen.
Yes.
So the next day, she put her men's clothes back on, and then they said, "Aha! You are a relapsed heretic," and that's the premise on which they burned her.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. Hey, there's Renee. Hi, Renee. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Super sorry, Renee, for getting her on a Spurg spiral. Super sorry.
You just don't dishonor Joan of Arc. Just don't, because you will just breaks my hackles too.
It's like one of the larger super soakers. They had the normal super soaker that cost like $25, and then they had like the super cool one that was like $120. I'm that sorry I got her on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. So
You don't remember super soakers?
no
They were water guns.
super soakers. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying suckers, and I'm thinking like a lollipop sucker. Super soaker. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Soaker.
I have one of those. Those
Uh,
are the best cat disciplinary tool one can own. And you don't even have to get up out of your chair. You get the ones that you pump up 30 feet. So when the cat's getting up on the kitchen counter, you can sit from your chair and just blast them.
Now, in my day, the bottle valve was universal to a standard pop bottle. So if you lost that bottle, you could just take an old pop bottle and stick it in there.
Oh,
Or
okay. Okay.
if you were out in the field with your friends, you can make a bandolier.
What's a bandolier?
Bandoliers, but you keep spare ammunition in.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
that belt that you put
I've
on your
never heard
chest
of that
full of the
word.
shotgun shells.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
uh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a bandolier.
Oh,
You make one of those with like pop bottles full of water, like empty. I don't. These kind, right? Just get these.
mm-hmm.
The diameter for the standard size bottle was like the same size as these. Just it
Mm-hmm.
was a thicker plastic and they were round at the end, right? So you could just like drink a case of these over one weekend and just save the bottles and
The
the caps
bottles.
and fill them
Yeah.
up with water. And when your friend is out of water and has to go find a place, and you're out because you've been fighting them back, you just like take yours out and stick it in a pocket and pull the cap off of the other one of these and just shove it in there. He's like, "Where did you get more water from?" I'm smart. Right, because you're not gonna buy another bottle. You're not gonna buy another super soaker just to have a spare bottle, right?
Right, right, right.
Because
Yeah,
it's money.
right.
But if you
Those, right,
figure out that
mine
the
was
screw is the same, the screw is the same on both. You can just hot swap them.
mine when you pumped it would have a squeak,
Yeah,
and I'll tell you that's all it took. And so, just the mere sight of the thing usually would whatever disciplinary action I was trying to go for there, would accomplish that. And then those that were asleep would hear that, they'd be and run.
cats don't sleep; they trick.
They do too sleep.
Nah, they just lie in wait. They're like, "You think I'm asleep, but I'm secretly
Ambush.
planning on killing you."
Yeah, they're an ambush predator. Yeah. You ever seen those videos
Uh,
where there's like a cat asleep on top of a TV and they fall off? And uh, I've seen that happen.
What the
Funny.
flat screen ones,
Yeah.
the new ones? Okay, yeah. I've been seeing these shorts of some cat that keeps getting himself wedged. Like he jumps up and grabs like this with both front back legs, the door frame,
Oh
some
yeah.
old door frame, and it's like not coming down, whatever. And the other cats are looking up, and I'm like, I don't know. Did you get up there?
There's
Uh,
you want to see something funny? Google this. It's that Chihuahua. See, how would you put that in Google? Somebody's got this Chihuahua and they put masks on it.
hey,
And
Rachel.
hi, Rachel, welcome to the show. And they this little Chihuahua's got like all kinds of different horrible masks, and they film when he goes up to the other dogs in the house and how it freaks the dogs out and they go running. And the cats are the funniest one. With this little chihuahua goes up, and the cats are like on a slick floor, tile floor, or whatever, and they can't get any traction. They're trying like how to get away from them, and they go sliding around into stuff, and these little, you just got to see it. It's just indescribable, and it is just absolutely hysterical.
Chihuahua wearing mask.
Yeah, mask wearing chihuahua scares cat or something like that. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're on YouTube, or you can Google it. They are so funny, absolutely hysterical. Did you find it?
I found it on TikTok.
Okay, well, yeah, they're
I'm
on.
gonna try and play it here.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna try. I don't know the volume.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah.
He broke something.
Oh yeah, this husky takes that big screen.
What? This is the best I can. I think I can.
There it goes.
Yeah, it was worth it. Whoa! Another TV. That was an expensive TV too. I think there's a scratch across that now. It just starts over. And we're gonna get a copyright strike on that.
Oh my god, they're really funny.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I've researched something negative.
50 hours later.
Yeah, it's getting myself off. But I do that to just give myself clear my head, state change, because some of that stuff will really get you down. I was watching a video today about, do you know who Rudolf Steiner is?
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, they have schools, I think in Canada, in fact, is where he brilliant individual.
Probably not.
Yeah, he is. Knew a lot about the mind, how the mind works. Just a lot about human. What do I want to say? Tendencies and just so forth, and spirituality, and how this world really works, and did a lot of studies into the invisible world. And spirit stuff. But anyway, he has a bunch of predictions, and he was talking about AI back in 1921.
Yeah, everybody's talking about AI.
How that was just not even a thing and it wasn't. He didn't. He didn't call it artificial intelligence. He just.
It was the Turk. Do you know the Turk? The Turk. The Turk was the first artificial intelligence, right? It was a machine that could play chess, and it toured all over the place. And then one day somebody snuck into it, and it was just a guy operating some levers in a box that had like a one end, the fortune teller boxes that you could see. Yeah, one end had like one of those kind of things, but without the glass case. And that was moving the chess pieces around, right? And the guy inside the box that was the table, which was the mechanism, was operating that. And he had there were like little holes in the chessboard so he could see where the pieces were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel knows who Steiner is. He was talking about how in the near future, from the perspective of one, that mankind would create this artificial intelligence, and I can't remember exactly the term he used. Um,
Um, I don't know. Probably whatever
thinking
term was used for
thinking
the
machines
metropolis.
that were, I think
Yeah.
he says, thinking machines that are made of, they're part mineral, part plant, but lack soul, and how
Yeah.
the danger was of us
Metropolis.
becoming too dependent on that, that the essence would be taken out of planning and thinking, and we see that happening already. And
Yeah,
then,
that's always been the guise of anti-progress, right? Like that was the same thing the Luddites were saying. We talked about that last week. Um,
well, I'm not sure the AI is progress, though. I
eh,
don't think it's a fair.
it will be in some ways and it won't be in others, like every development is, right? Like I don't think you could run down a deer and club it to death in the plains of Africa, or whatever the Scottish were
Hmm?
doing. Right? Like I'm saying, like most people, like 100,000 years ago, could run down wild animals for dinner, and most people can't these days because we develop fucking tools and shit. Everything has a pro and a con to it,
Oh,
right? Like had through all of technological development. Uh, and you don't know what it is until it's settled into its maturity, right? And maturity means like it's off sprouting its own technologies, and AI has not been around long enough to do that. So we don't even know what
here's
it can be
another
used
danger.
for yet. That's the real scary thing, is that we don't know what it can be
Well,
used for yet. Uh,
here's another part to that. This was Rachel will know who I'm talking about. The channel Inspired on YouTube. Sean, she watches that channel too. It was from today's episode. When we read comments and so forth underneath these videos and movies and whatever, online, a lot of that stuff is
yeah,
bots.
and but that predates AI. AI is just making that
I know,
smoother.
but yeah, and because but it's machine
Yeah.
generated, and after some time, after reading so much machine generated logic and opinion, etc., that then generations will start thinking like the machine, and the
Yeah.
human essence of that creativity and the spirit behind
Well,
the words is going to be
okay.
lacking.
So it's not the machine. The machine doesn't have any inspiration of its own. It doesn't have any wants or desires. It has what it's been told to want and desire. So you got to worry more about who's in control of that. And so far, I don't think
Oh, I always worry about
any of the people
who's
that are in control of
programming
that are worth the cost of the rope
all
that it
the
would take to deal with them
transhumanists.
properly. Not even that. It's just the type of people. Period. But so there's a study about a year or two ago where they had on Reddit. Reddit is where most people go to get information on how to fix things or do things or talk about what's going on. It's the forum of the internet these days. Has been for about a decade.
Hmm.
Um, uh, these, I want to say it was one of the Scandinavian countries that they set up an AI on Reddit that would interact, and statistically, their bots would waver the opinion of people more than people interacting with other people would.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you were in a conversation and you had an opinion and a bot was talking to you about it, it was one of their bots, right? It would convince you like a percentage more than another person would to change your mind.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a small percentage, but still, it was a percentage. You were more likely to be convinced to alter your views, or at least profess to altering your views. Like, who knows what you do when you change? Like, it's
That's
like
really,
it's like anyone who's been told. It's like a Fox viewer being told that Fox is lying to you, and then them agreeing and seeing all the evidence, then going back to agreeing with Fox 20 seconds later. And CNN isn't any better, but
yeah. The
Fox has more of a
implications of that
stereotype.
though are kind of are unsettling, very
Yeah,
disturbing. Because
yeah.
that get generated over time, it just creates a larger base of that type of thinking, and that's
Well, it has the skill and knowledge on what would be an effective messaging tool, right? At its instant and um, clear disposal 100% of the time. So it will statistically never say the wrong thing in an argument,
mm, mm,
right?
yeah, wow, yeah,
And because you can tell it to shift a group of people, like nefarious actors in control of these things can tell it to shift the views of this group of people or that group of people this way slowly over time, and it's constant and relentless, right? That's the actual fear of Skynet is not the killer robots or the death plagues or whatever. It's the gulling you into a docile obedience to a master. That's why the method of of AI control best described in any science fiction has been the one that was described in the Dune universe, because
mm,
that's how it was done in there, right? An elite group of people used machines to basically turn everybody into servile slaves. And then they did the transhumanism thing and put their brains into machine boxes so they could live forever.
hmm.
Uh, which, I wouldn't mind doing because, I fear mortality like the next guy. I'm getting old. I have a bad back.
Well, then you can just put your consciousness in a clone of you.
Yeah, well, that's why I like the version from Altered Carbon more than Dune, with the transhumanism, with the body switching. They
You
call it
know,
sleeves in that world. Sleeves.
leaves.
Yeah, you treat your body just like a T-shirt or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, that's kind of what that is. You don't change bodies. When that one wears out, get another one.
Yeah,
Or if you needed an organ, going bad, you
yeah,
need a heart. Just
yeah. You got the cancers.
there's a
You're getting a little bit of the ED.
oh yeah, yeah. Get you a new Willy.
Oh,
Really doesn't work anymore. Um, I wish that there was some type of
I'm really afraid of that
an
one.
oversight committee for AI that could put in some type of regulations. Like,
The,
so
the
I would like to know if I'm arguing with a bot or if I'm arguing with just your regular moronic human.
that
I'd
that
like to
that would
know.
be good, but like a lot of these bot farms is what they're called, do their best to make their bots sound more and more authentic, right?
And why do they even use them? Is it just to like boost the views of a video on YouTube
Well,
or
sometimes it's that, right? Sometimes it's there to boost views. There are bot farms for that. There are bot farms designed to adjust opinion. The oldest and most notorious bot farms are sex bots.
I wonder
Literally,
when that would come up?
literally, I you probably missed the wave of this because it was about 3 years ago. Um, that really started to get cracked down on YouTube. They pop up every now and then, but you'll see them in the chat where it'll just be like, uh, "Come, go to this website for ladies." right? To see to call this number for it's a sex bot, right? It's just an automated, right? Come here for
Right.
bow chicka chicka bow bow. Uh,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
you're not a man, right? And
Right. That's
most
not my
of our
check.
audience isn't. So you don't experience this on email either, right? Because they filter you out of these things. A third, easily a third of the random emails I get are from solicitation for adult websites.
Hmm.
I've never signed up to any of them. Just I am male and I have an internet presence.
Hmm. If I use my first name of Robin, I get all of that stuff, and I have an email that's registered under Robin instead of Raven. And oh my God, I get mail.
Yeah,
It's just shockingly horrible and pornographic. And yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and you gotta tell, and it's not that like these email distributors like Google or Gmail or whatever can't prevent those things. It's very easy to prevent them. They just get money on the back end through some third party mechanism to not stop it.
Hmm. Tell
There is a
about.
large there is a large traffic, and nothing sells more than sex.
Yeah.
That's why I joke so much about it with like the Bigfoot erotica or whatever. Because if you're looking just to make a buck, and
Yeah.
you can write a story in a weekend, or come up with like 20 or 30 scenes in a row, 15. You don't even need to do that many, and just find some artwork to put on the front. You can mill that stuff out. You can just mill it out.
Yeah. That's why you have a pen name. Yeah.
I've never used that pen name. That pen name is a joke,
Oh,
but I'm really tempted to start using it.
if you're gonna do that, I would use a pen name. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
of
use it.
course, of course.
So,
You need several of them because you want to do like subcategories
published
for different
author
things.
on Amazon. When you read it of Bigfoot pornographic novels.
Now you can have multiple pen names on Amazon, and they won't affect the other name. You just can't do it under separate accounts.
Okay,
They don't let you have more than one account.
gotcha.
You can have different names,
Little pet
not different accounts.
pen names. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Well, that's good to know.
yeah.
Okay.
They get a little iffy if you have more than one account, and I mean like they'll ban all of your accounts.
Mhm.
But there is an exchange. You can if you build your account up so it's generating money like regularly, and you want like fast liquidity, you can sell your account and start over again.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. If it's like if it's a value to someone to buy it, obviously, right?
Hmm. Well,
Which I don't know. Like it might be like a 10-year thing for them to get their profit back, but they're the amount they bought it from you back from it. But whatever, if it's their risk to take.
well, humanity right now is so distracted. That's the age-old thing that always will be with humanity. But
Yeah,
AI and tech is the other one.
yeah.
And I, you know about timelines.
Timelines and what sounds like when
Uh,
something starts and when it ends and the things
like
that happen in between.
we're on a trajectory. We're on this timeline, and if something drastic doesn't change, we're more than likely we're going to be going with the techno uh, transhumanism agenda.
Well,
There's another agenda that is more
there
natural.
is There is the fundamentals of observable history, which is everything that can happen will happen.
Mhm.
It's not one or the other. Both will happen. That's been the consistency and through all of history. Is that all the believed things that will happen won't exclusively happen. They will all happen at the same time, simultaneously in the future.
Yeah.
We will have the cyberpunk utopian dystopia all at the same time. Wait, we're already living in that. We already live in cyberpunk, just not all the cool stuff exists.
I'm amazed at how many people were predicting this time right now back over 100 years ago. They had that kind of at that point in time. You know,
Well,
we were barely out of the horse and buggy stage, and yet they were
Raven,
already.
um, it's called extrapolation. You know what extrapolation is?
Yeah, we
You,
extrapolate something out of something else.
yeah,
Well,
you see something and you go, well, what if this was better, faster, stronger, and everywhere? Right. So we have more than 100 years ago, the first flight happened. Right. So you see the first flight and you go, well, what if that was better, stronger, faster, and everywhere?
yeah,
You
I
know?
like Jules Verne was
Yeah.
writing about going to the moon and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, separate, long before these contraptions were reality.
Yes,
And you
but
have to wonder, was
but
somebody reading that book and then became inspired and actually then figured out how to make a submarine and how to make a rocket?
okay, but like
Just,
when Jules Verne was writing, the rocket already existed, right?
I was just
The
going to the moon, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the extrapolating to making it big enough to carry people
Carry
and
people.
and powerful enough to go that far.
Right.
Uh, the air pressurization and vacuums and things like that were already being worked on. I think he wrote about that in like science papers or something like that. I might be misremembering something.
Arthur
So
Clarke did.
Arthur, but he's much later. Um, the you just take the ability to create an air pocket in a chamber, right, to vacuum, and you reverse that, and you have like a sub, right, a vacuum in a chamber, you reverse that, you have a sub. It's like extrapolation, right? And this is what you do with like good speculative fiction, is you take something and you twist it just out of plausibility, right? So just like, what if this development comes from it, and see what the impacts of it on like civilization would be, and then you tell that story through the eyes of a character over 150 to 300 pages.
Right.
That's a novella to a short novel, or a
For
decent sized
the
novel,
conundrum,
depending on
does
the
art imitate life or does life imitate art?
both.
Yeah, yeah, those things too.
It's
Yeah.
both, and it's one of the big things I was always trying to get on with Shadow is the light brain, light switch brain thinking, right? The on off, the binary, this that is always the wrong way to think,
Mhm.
because it's never yes or no. It's both, always, at the same time, without exception.
Mhm.
Both sides in politics are wrong about everything and right about everything. Absolutely.
Mhm.
They're both lying to you and telling you the truth at the same time on the same subject simultaneously.
That's true. So, do you believe in the multiverse? Like every time you make a decision, there's a fork in the road, and that
No,
does break off. No.
no. I don't believe it, but then again, yeah. It's one of those things. There's enough weird in this world that you don't need to,
Yeah,
take that out of the realm of science fiction.
and I guess it's not like
Now,
every decision, but it's like
if you want to play with that idea in stories, by all means, I love those kinds of stories. I was a big Sliders fan. I'm not gonna waste time trying to fit it into the real world when there's real things I could be dealing with, right? Uh,
I was reading about how to it would fall under the term quantum jumping as
oh
well,
well,
but learning from a future or parallel self, something that you want to learn in this stream of consciousness, and how you can interact with another version of yourself in another timeline, in another, split off from this universe, and then develop those skills very quickly in this one.
yeah. Well, once again, like
And this
you're
guy that was,
you're not going to be able to do that, so
well,
why
no,
waste the
the guy
time?
teaches it, and he was part of the original crew
Yeah,
of the remote
I
viewers
know exactly what that guy teaches.
that Bert
He
Goldman.
teaches send me $125 a month for my lesson plan, if not more, and I will buy a yacht, and you will waste time trying to learn this skill instead of like going on Rosetta and learning fucking French because you're a weirdo.
Well, I have to agree with you on that. But I think it is possible if this multiverse. And when you talk to, I listened to an interview with Michio Kaku, the physicist, who
Yeah,
he's the one who developed
I don't like that
theory.
guy.
Why?
His name sounds weird.
You're gonna stop a guy just by his name. He's Oriental.
That's technically he's Asian. You're supposed to say
Oh,
Asian.
Asian. I'm sorry. I got to be politically correct here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We don't want to get
Oh,
canceled by the weirdos or whatnot.
what's wrong?
Not that me not liking the guy because his name sounds the weirdest and worse. Nothing. I need an excuse to dislike everybody. That's
We
the only
need a
reason.
booklet for YouTube. You can't say this. You can't say
Oh no, no, no.
you have to say unalive, which is so crazy.
Well, no. YouTube doesn't want you to have the list of rules specifically, so they can arbitrarily cancel you.
I know. And it's just so.
It's so
What
authoritarian.
strike
And
and what doesn't get a copyright strike, and I was like, oh my god,
yeah, and
they need like a YouTube book list of words you can say.
yeah, you just kind of gotta run with it. So you're definitely going to be hard on YouTube coming this next month, no?
Oh,
Your
August.
August is August, so 2 months. So when we come back to full schedule, it will be Raven's Rabbit Hole will be permanently on YouTube.
Yeah, every week instead of temporarily with the
Yeah.
radio. But the website will still be up. But and they're somehow going to be like cross promoting the other programs on 1-2 Radio, but we just won't be 1-2 Radio.
Yeah.
It'll be 1-2 something or other. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still confused on how all that is going to work out and stuff. But
Well, they'll just share the link to your YouTube channel. or
yeah,
whatever.
and I got mixed emotions about that.
I don't know why they weren't running through YouTube in the past. I don't know, self-hosting or hosting on their thing. Weird. I don't know how old that website is. It doesn't
I
look
don't
like it's been
either.
updated
I've
in a
been,
while.
my God, I've had my show for almost 10 years.
On there? Yeah.
Yeah, 2017.
You should see if they have them in storage and if they can send them to you.
No, that's my problem with Dropbox. Because after your producer would send you a copy of your program, they only keep the archives up 6 months.
Okay.
It itself is on a system. It just deletes. So they don't store any of those. And Dropbox has became confused, created 2 different accounts for me, and canceled the wrong one. So I lost all my shows.
Okay. Well, do you have do you have all your notes? Do you have most of your notes?
Most of them.
Okay. So
Those that didn't get peed on and thrown away.
okay. So what you need to do is go and collate your notes. Uh, groom through them for the stuff that you know is like 100% bunk, so you don't redo them. And then when you come on,
Are you saying that I was promoting bunk?
I, I know for a fact there have been times you said this thing was wrong, and
What?
you talked about it. You know, you said there are things you updated from your last show. Uh, but nonetheless,
Oh yeah. Well, that was
yeah,
new information.
yeah. So you go through, and you cross out the things you know are like. Even though I consider most of the topics to be completely bunk, there are things like, hey, this person was disproved. I don't need to recover that, and just recreate everything like it's a brand new show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
That
really
way,
good idea.
yeah.
It's a really good idea.
Um,
I could probably.
like obviously, you
That,
might not be able to get the guests or whatnot. You know, just put those ones aside and see if you can
yeah.
rebook those
Yeah,
people
there's some
or
really good
whatever.
ones that I did with Mo Abdelbaki that I would really love to have. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Mo is just a walking thesaurus of information on everything
Yeah.
spiritual and occult, otherwise. And yeah, he's a fascinating dude. Love it.
Yeah, and just redo the entire,
Good idea.
you know.
Right. We better get some
Uh,
writing done, huh?
yeah, it's been 40 minutes. Okay, so I will set that up right now.
It's, yeah, we better get some writing done here. Did you get any writing done over the weekend?
A whole bunch.
You did. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear about that when we come back.
Okay. Let me wait. Where's the you and right there? This one. Okay.
There, I had to finish my sentence.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We will do another one of those in 20 minutes, maybe 30.
It struck me how much just getting a new notebook or journal, a new pen, puts me in a level of heaven. It's just so, I don't know, the potential of the creativity. Um, I mean, I maybe that's why I've got a whole dresser drawer full of nothing but notebooks that are still have usable pages in them. But I loved, I'm just always drawn to that area. And, like when you go into some of the dollar stores and stuff, they have a pretty wide variety of different stationery and stick 'em notes and pens and markers. And oh my God, I love markers. And my favorite thing to write with is a Sharpie, ultra fine.
Mm.
And I don't like the ones with erasable ink. There's something different about that. And I don't like those. I don't like the ones that are supposed to be smudge proof either. It just doesn't have the flow that a Sharpie ultra fine has.
If you say so.
But that can literally brighten my day. I mean, just getting some new markers or getting a new pen, a new journal, that can make my day. And so
Okay.
there's
I've
this
I've
form
never been a
of like,
stationary person. Um, but if it
there was much
gets you um, motivated,
back when
this is good.
I write a lot, like in school. I had pen pals and stuff like that in grade school and stuff, and so I was really into like stationery and so forth. But now, as I'm older, don't have pen pals anymore. Just a journal.
Uh, you have many pen pals in the age of the internet.
Well, yes, and but you don't write; you type. You know.
Well, you can
I wonder.
you can you can get one of these. This is a draw slate, and instead of a mouse, it uses a pen.
Oh, I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah,
Never heard of them.
it's how you draw digitally and sculpt digitally. If you want to do it properly, because the mouse just doesn't offer the same dexterous.
No, it doesn't, and neither do all the little. I didn't know anything about that. Now,
Yeah,
when I used to be back in the billboard business, we used a program, and it was all done on a computer, and you just had to know which little tool to click on from your
yeah,
menu. And I could never, and I hated trying to compose on the computer. I always had to have just give me a pen and paper, and then either scan it in to get it into the computer somehow, and then tweak it out, or
yeah. I don't know. Like there are programs that will take your cursive and turn it into like text, and then you just move it to your
so you can sit there and write a letter on that
yeah.
thing, right? And it shows up. Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty
the
cool.
the difference is it's annoying. I don't know where my pen is. Let me find it. That's just not sauce. Oh. Oh. Okay, it's not there. I'll have to find it. You probably didn't hear all of that. Okay, I don't know where the pen is right now, but say this was the pen. It's not. It's a black thing. Um, you would have the surface, and you'd have. Do you see that gap there?
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to write like this because making contact with the surface is the right click or the left click, and then there are two
Oh,
buttons here. One is the other click, and the top. It's usually a toggle. Will open a menu or something.
oh gosh. Oh,
So
that's
you
why I'm
you
so
have to get
confused
used to
with
having your
the hover.
hand.
Yeah. Up.
You'll see
Mm.
it because it's the mouse cursor, right? So when you learn to not look at your hand, you learn to look at the monitor, and you
Okay.
just follow that
Yeah.
because it's the cursor.
Coordination.
Um, they make
Wow.
they make ones that act as your monitor as well, but like this is $75. It's like a cheap standard one, right? On Amazon. But the ones that have a monitor built in that you write directly onto, those can be like $2,000. They're
Oh
like a
wow.
very expensive monitor, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Um, yeah. So you just learn to look at the cursor instead of your point, and yeah.
Have, have you ever kept a journal?
Uh, yeah, but not well.
Or do you have a place you put some of your ideas for your books down? Or you do everything on the computer now?
I do everything on the computer. Matter of fact, I'm just organizing my notes right now. Uh,
Did you have to take literature in school?
yes, but I
Did you ever
was
have a writing lab
writing lab.
where you would write short stories or whatever to then get graded on? Did you have that as part of your curriculum?
We didn't have anything called writing lab. Uh,
Or, I mean, just where you had to,
like
like,
like an
English
English
lit
class or
or,
whatever. We
yeah.
just had like normal English. It was just called that. Um,
So you didn't have to write stuff, write poems or anything like that?
Not poetry, but we were encouraged to write. Like that was the first third of the day in just about every class I had from I want to say grade 1 up until senior high school.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know how high school is structured differently than grade school. So it was like a period class in high school, junior high
Right.
as well. Um, but yeah, it was
We
just
had
you go.
half the year was, it was like we would short stories, long stories. We would have to, our assignments were some of them to like read. We had to read Beowulf, for example, some of the classics, and then we also had to write. And then I think it was like my junior year. The first half of the class was coming in and writing. So we were. Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Sounds like a cat got up on something.
Yeah, got up on top of the refrigerator and knocked a bunch of shit off. Anyway, um, where we would have to write a poem. Then we would study all the poets, and then you would have these assignments to write poetry and stuff. And I kept all of that stuff. And over the weekend, I found a folder full of some of my really early on stuff, and it was really quite funny.
Yeah, you should go through and see what can be salvaged, what can be elaborated on.
There are some good ideas in there. There really were.
I will show you because I have I have the story I'm working on now, and I need to restructure the ending. Um, and I just put a bunch of boxes here, but I have my outline notes in Canva, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna find that right there. Yeah, and that's I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Okay. Right there. Yeah, I can't read any of it, but I see.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it too big so you can read any of it. But it's just notes, right? It's just like what I want to happen. Each one of these is a scene. Uh,
Is it chapter?
uh,
Oh,
it's just a scene, right? And I
okay.
don't know if I'll make it like scene for chapter or what. And then I need
Gotcha.
to like
Okay.
figure out how I'm doing the
That's what I need
aftermath.
to do, especially since I've got everything so disjointed.
Well, this is
Uh,
what I said, right? Like you like
yeah.
doing it by hand, and you don't have to like the notes don't have to be this elaborate at first, right? Because when I start off, I just like okay, I need this to happen so many times because this is um where am I over here? I need to stop sharing this. What the fuck?
Yeah, me too. Renee just dropped something here in the chat about how they had to write essays in English class in high
We
school
did do
and
essays.
essays on the book that we read in class. Yeah, same here.
We did that as well. That we did more of than writing short stories and things like that. But no. Like when I start with that, it's just because Canva has a whiteboard. As you just open it, it's that big white space with the little gray dots like a grid.
Okay.
And it just expands endlessly in whatever direction you want to go in. So you don't have to worry
Hmm.
about the size of it, right? You can just throw notes here and there and whatever, and just throw things up, and you do like, um, I could do like a mood board, right? So like I have character pictures that I've either generated with AI or found online. I just throw them in there so I know what that character looks like at any given time. I just cleaned a bunch of
Oh,
that stuff out because I can put it back in. Um,
and this is in Canva, you
in
say?
the free tier. So you can just make as many of
Okay.
those as you want. And it's dead simple, right? Uh, once you figure out where things are. Until then, it's like, where the freak was that again? Let me quickly YouTube search what that is. But once you figure it out, it's easy to do. And uh, there's this side panel which is it says tools and it's got like a pen drawing above it as the logo, and you just there's a thing called shapes, and you just pull a shape out, right, and you resize it. It's whatever color you have, but you can change the color to white. I put a red outline because I like red. Um, and then the shape will have like arrows pointing in each direction, and when you
Hmm.
press the arrow, it creates another one of that shape with a little line connecting the two, right? So it's for mood boarding. That's what the tool's for,
Hmm.
right? And I just use that tool for doing my scene blocks, and I set them up, and as long as I have one free floating at the end, I don't have to readjust all the settings for font sizes and what font I want in that box, right?
Hmm.
And then I just as I'm adding scenes, I'll preset up 10 of them, right, for the first act and a half or whatever. And then I'll just like figure out what I'm doing, and just like one sentence, and as I establish what I want from beginning to end, I'll then go, okay, I need to add some more here in scene 3 to make scene 5 feel more rich, or if I add this detail in, it'll be more exciting or whatnot, right?
Hmm.
Um, so you just like keep going back and forth. I'm looking at it, not you, so I should switch over to so it's like, okay, I know I need like 5 fight scenes for this size of story. So I'll put
Okay.
like fight scene, fight scene, fight scene, and then I'll go, okay, so who are we fighting with? Well, uh, skeleton warrior. I'm not fighting with a skeleton warrior or anything like that in the story, but say
Right.
skeleton warrior. Put that in. Well, now that I've established this, what kind of detail am I going to add in there? to make it more exciting or whatever, and just keep building, right? Like once you put the first block down, it allows you to put the second block on top of it, kind of attitude. Uh, Kind
Okay.
of formulaic, but you know,
Whatever
some
works.
things work better when you, some, you know, you, you want to follow the recipe for your cookies because next thing you know, if you don't, you got mayo in them. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but chocolate chip cookies with mayo in them, not good.
Not good. Blech.
Not good.
So, so,
And it's
so
that
what
kind of
other,
thing.
besides Canva, what other websites would you recommend that would be helpful to writers?
Well, I don't. Canva is just a good like whiteboard and marketing tool. Like it's meant for creating brands and stuff like that. It's not really a writing tool. I don't know. It's just I use Readz. It's free, right? Like there's a lot of tools. There's a lot of tools. What you don't want to do is be paying for them,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I would avoid Word, right? Word has been the market standard for like ever. But their Microsoft is doing some janky things where if you're not updating your terms or your license, they're locking you out of old versions or something. I don't know. I was hearing something about that. You want to avoid anything that's gonna just be another rent seeking thing on you.
Right. I don't even have Word. And there have been
Yeah,
some things that I've purchased and downloaded and then can't read because I don't have Word installed. And that their
yeah,
document is only good for it. Yeah. Run into that every
yeah.
once in a while. But yeah.
Um, there are a lot of applications that will allow you to access that kind of file, um, a Word file. But yeah, like it's if you're gonna go into publishing, you'll need to get go into dealing with a traditional publisher. You'll need to get it, but don't worry about that until you've got a manuscript.
Oh, and in your
Because
opinion, the best one to compose on is the Reedsy, right?
well, it's the free one,
Oh,
right? The benefit of Readz is that it will give you for free um, the PDF output that Amazon and most of the other self-publishing platforms like. Right? They'll take a bunch of different ones, but they really like the PDF format.
okay.
Right? So
Does
when
that
you're
compare to Google Docs?
yeah, you can do it in Google Docs. It's harder to do in Google Docs, and it doesn't really give you the formatting issue. Like it doesn't auto format,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it doesn't make it the way books look like when you buy a book from the store.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
So that's a big advantage then of
yeah,
Google
yeah,
Docs.
and especially since it does it
That
for
does it
the
for
low price of,
free.
well, technically they do charge you, right? Because they put in the opening, uh the licensing part, right, where you put your any brands mentioned aren't affiliated with the actual company. Like, so if you have a character who's drinking a can of Coke or whatever, you can say that without being
Oh,
sued, right? You put that
oh,
little disclaimer at the beginning, right? Uh, they put in there this thing was formatted by Reedsy, and like the link is there,
okay.
and that's
Mhm.
how they charge you, right? They promote their product in a little thing. It's just like a one line, right? But still,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care about that. Would you care about that?
No, no.
No reasonable person would.
Just like, Restream that we're using has a little thing there.
Yeah,
No.
unless I pay them, they put this thing right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they can put it over there, but they give me the option to put it here, so I put it here.
And that's nice to
Uh,
give you the option of where to put it.
Yeah, I don't think the stupid duck does.
No, the
The
stupid duck.
stupid
No.
the stupid duck, like the stupid duck is not actually that stupid, but like the two reasons why I use Restream is this thing was less garish than the stupid bright blue and yellow thing, which they finally made like this.
Yeah,
Um,
garish is the perfect word for it too.
uh, and like if I wanted to do a 24/7 live stream, I think I'd have to break it up into like 5 hour blocks or something like that, but I could do it endlessly on here for free. And the other one was like a limit of 20 hours or 12 hours or some stupid thing. And we used to do a lot more live streaming on this channel.
Yeah. Does this have any editing capabilities you do afterwards before you publish to YouTube? Like if you wanted to cut a section out, say of somewhere of this program, are you allowed? Does it give you the tools to do that if you so desire?
I think of the paid version. Um, yeah, there's you'd use different software for recording locally than Restream. Like if you were pre-recording, which a lot of YouTubers do, you would probably use OBS, right? Like if we could use OBS, I would prefer to use OBS.
What's OBS?
OBS, uh, Open Broadcasting Software.
Oh,
You said you were going to be taking that course that would be in OBS,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take a look
and
at
that's
that.
free. You
Um,
just download that on your computer, and it's free. And you can use that Stream Ninja that we were talking about for a while there, and stream with that straight to YouTube through OBS. But it's got a lot more bells and whistles you got to keep track of in the background, right?
okay.
And then you have to have like another program for this.
Because I'd want to cut out the very beginning. I'm thinking about uploading
Oh,
my shows and stuff like that.
well, if you've got that, like I told you, you just download them, put them into what was that called? The Clip Champ.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Clip Champ. Clip Champ's free. Like you just
What's
use a browser. You just drag it over there and let it down digest your video clip. If it's like an hour, it won't be that long, especially if it's like low resolution. And then you just drag the bar, cut, delete, move it over, download, replace.
Some of them I've thought about creating a video. But for all this, it'd probably be easier just to re-record the whole thing. But I was thinking about adding visuals, adding
Yeah,
charts and stuff that you can't,
and
obviously.
you can do that in Clipchamp as well. You just find the picture, drag it into the sidebar as well, and then once it's in there, it'll pop up like an image, and you just drag it over, and it'll be its own timeline, right? Because they work in timelines. So you have your video, and then you have your image, and you move it to where you want to show up, and it will show up and be there until you tell it to stop, right? So you just make it as long as basically uh,
Okay, I got a question for you. So,
you'll have a handle on either side of the image, and you can just drag it to make it longer or shorter depending on where you want it on that timeline, and you move it back and forth.
let's say you're composing something on Readsy, and
Yeah.
it's a nonfiction, and you have a chart or a graph that you're going to be talking about for that entire chapter.
Okay. Yeah. You
Can
just
you
drag it in if you have it.
you can upload it and do that on Readsy, and then
I would recommend remaking the chart and graph in Canva, so learning how to do it. That way you don't get copyright strict or a cease and desist from whoever originally created that chart and graph.
Okay.
and then like you could design the charts and graphs to all look the same, thematically.
Mm-hmm.
um, and also you can design them to be in grayscale, which will save you on printing costs,
Okay. Yeah. Right.
because color costs more, so they
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so.
hit you more in royalties. um,
All right. Good. I just wanted to know that
yeah,
for
and
reference.
that's what Canva is for, making assets like that. And it
Okay.
has a specific tool, um, which uh, I will just move my story down and pull it back up here. Share again. Okay. So do you see this bar right here?
Let me blow the screen up here. I might lose the chat room here for a
Oh,
minute.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
There we go. There. Okay. Now I can see it. Okay.
okay. I'm actually going to make it bigger on my side too,
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm going to tuck the chat room down. Okay, so you see this bar on
That's
this right here, right?
yeah.
So this is tools, right? You see how
Okay.
it's green instead of black white. This is where you get the shapes I was talking about
Okay.
earlier. And like these handles, this is the same kind of handle that you would get in the timeline on Clipchamp, right? So to do
Right.
this for the image, this is a standard design for this kind of
Okay.
thing. Um, but let me just delete that. Uh, there we go. Over here, you see tables,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think it's this one. This allows you to create a table. No, I've got the wrong thing. Sorry. Um, freak, where is it? Maybe it's in here. Elements, graphs. Graphs. Yes, graphs. Okay, so you go to elements and graphs, and then you can just pull out like this, right? And
Okay.
then when you click on it, um, like you can change it, and there's
Oh, that's cool.
like like there's a way to get these to actually give the okay, here it is. You can actually get it to. I'm not too sure, but there's a way in which you can get these to actually match the elements you want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you'd have to look it up.
Okay.
Okay, you can alter this, but there's like if you want like the actual statistic, there's a way to go in here and meddle with like
Okay.
how long the lines are and what they mean, and but like these are just the designs of graphs that you get by default that you can use in whatever project you want.
Nice variety there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like you can alter the colors of things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
but obviously you would want to do it in like different shades of gray, so it'd be cheap.
Right.
um and yeah, you'd have to go through and do a Google search on how to futz with the what the different graph settings are,
Mm-hmm.
um
Okay.
because
Well, cool.
I'm not going to sit there and look it up right now.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to know what just kind of what all was available out there. You know.
Yeah,
Cool.
well, this is why you would want to learn Canva, because instead of learning like 50 different tools that have their own bespoke control systems, you
Mm-hmm.
learn one tool with a slightly full box of tools. That is specifically designed so the average fool can put up good-looking things.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that literally. It's once you get through the barrier of where everything is and how to manipulate things, it's like, oh, it's that simple. And if you come across a new feature that you need, like I don't use graphs, I just know it's there. That's why I haven't looked into it. But I could do a YouTube search, and there will be some fairly patient person walking you through it like you've got a golf ball in your head.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh,
You ready to do our second writing hand?
yeah, let me just set that back up.
Okay.
Now, how do I do that? Oh, share. I've done broke something. No, not full screen.
I hear the music. There's music
Yeah,
going.
I've had the music on the whole time. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I can close that.
Right. Okay. There we go. Just finishing my sentence here. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Loki?
No.
He's loud, and the porch where I let him in is just right outside this window, man. When he wants in, he lets the whole neighborhood know that I'm ignoring him, and he needs to be let inside. So it's a bit demanding.
Well, I do mute both of us when we're writing. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Um,
he's a muse for me, and he's also a distraction equally as well.
mhm. Okay. What's her name? Mm-hmm. I'm going to take what I have here so far for this project.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do
what
we
should
get to read it?
I'm gonna send it to you. I want some advice. I know I still have a couple more scenes at the end that I need to rework because I had my first line outline, and then when I got to the end, I was like, "This is too milk toast. I need to like the actual action adventure climax to the right. Like this is the character I have, Lashwin, which is the Xena I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
but written for a 14-year-old me. um, definitely. Um, and the fight scene at the end with the sorceress was milk toast, so I wanted to make that more violent. And
Okay.
then the outcome, the aftermath needs to be written and addressed, and some hooks need to be laid into it for like a book 2 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
A
Yeah.
next step next time on
Yeah.
not Xena.
To be continued. Yeah, you need some
Well,
like.
not to be continued because that means it's the same story,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a difference between to be continued and next time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, because to be continued means like
Same story.
it's the same sequence of events being continued.
Right.
Where 3 weeks later, I found myself in the desert town of, and there was this asshole over here, and I decided to punch him in the face.
And it had a furry tail.
Yeah, well, in a fantasy world, he might very well have a fairy tale. Sword and sorcery or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Come on. Get your little.
You message me again? Oh yeah, I don't kill you. You don't need to message me that you're letting the cat in or fixing your teeth or
Oh, I didn't want you to.
Taco Bell.
Well, okay. All right.
Just do that stuff.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
All right. Well, I didn't want you to be like, where'd she go? Where's she, she coming back?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. I'm gonna package this or remember how to share it.
So then,
Create link.
can I read this then for our next show?
This is not just one scene. This is, you saw how many things I had written up there. There's at least 500 words or something like that for each of those.
Cool.
Do I want a time limit? No. Give this to this book. All right. Create link. Open. Okay, well, there's the next chapter at the end. There's I can't remember. Oh, I need your email address to do it the other way. Uh, the link version is the way I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. Here,
Uh,
it, Raven McMinn.
no. I'm gonna. I got the link version. You know, the one we've been doing recently when I shared it with you and
Oh, okay.
yeah, not
Okay.
not the other one where you can leave the notes or whatever, which I
Gotcha.
prefer, but
That
whatever
was
right
in
now.
Google Docs that we did that, right?
You can do it here too. I it's it's more complicated here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to send that to you in a minute, and then we can wrap up because it's four after or one after because we started a little late. So we will see you next Monday, everybody.
Yes.
Unless Raven does a show on 1-2 Radio or whatever, or here on YouTube, over on her channel, which is Raven's Rabbit Hole. And you will be on Nathan's channel, The Quantum Show,
On Saturday.
on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if I'm awake, I will pop by.
Wednesdays. I'll be on 12radio.com on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, doing your paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
There's more. I have some more information on these data centers, which are all the
Rage right now.
yeah.
You know, you gotta always have a bad guy to be scared of. If it's not the seed oils, it's the Cthulians. If it's not the Cthulians, it's the strange technologies you don't understand.
This though, this is affecting everyone. This touches everyone's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one might be real.
This one is real.
Wow. Israel.
Well, all of them are
Israel real.
all of them are real. You know, but they don't all affect everyone.
There is a great song by a band named Abney Park about conspiracy theories. You should go find it and listen to it.
By Abney Park?
Yes. They're a steampunk band.
Oh.
Cool. Okay. Well, to me.
Look that up.
Send you the link. What? Renee's saying things. Renee, I don't think this is the kind of story you want to read. It's got bumping sheets and uglies and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll send it to you.
Degenerate.
You have some degenerate scenes in there, do you? I'm degenerate. You know I am a.
Get it now. He just disappeared. There.
Yeah, I lost connection for a second there.
So potent was your perversion to overwhelmed the computer and bleeped yourself out.
Seem to have lost the chat. Okay, I will find soon tonight. Okay, okay. If you want to send me stuff, Renee, we're all cool. I'll read your stuff. I'll be kind and gentle. But we need to wrap up because we're past.
Oh, she's talking about her story.
Yes. I realized that when I actually started looking at the context.
I didn't see the bottom one until just a second ago. So sorry about the ending there. That was my fault.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to say Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Happy writing, everyone. Yeah.